The world is quickly changing, quicker than we think. We naturally think that growth is linear, but actually most growth is exponential. This, for instance, means that in 50 years, growth will not become by a factor 50, but a factor 35 million. I design simulation systems, like this driving simulator. Simulation is in essence making calculations that involve the factor time. This means that by using simulation, we can make predictions about the future. In case of this driving simulator, we can test drive a car before we have even built it. In the same way, we can use simulation to predict tomorrow's weather, or design new aircraft or spacecraft that fly to other planets. It is a form of performing thought experiments. I believe simulation is the driving force behind exponential progress towards a point in time that is known as the singularity. The singularity I first encountered in this book by Vernor Vinge in 1995. Vinge speculates on what happens when humans create super intelligent machines that appear to us as gods because they have superhuman powers. Let me explain. Let's start at the beginning. About 15 billion years ago, there was a big bang and the universe came into existence. Apart from this initial very rapid change, nothing much happened for a while, and about 10 billion years later, Earth started to form. Then a paradigm shift occurred again about 4 billion years ago. DNA formed from the primordial soup of different molecules that covered the Earth. There now was a means of reading and writing information, which made life possible. Evolution kicked in and change accelerated. Life started with single-cell organisms. Then, a couple billion years later, they evolved into something more complex, like worms or fish. And then, even quicker, it evolved into mammals. And then another paradigm shift happened. We arrive at Homo sapiens, a mammal capable of simulation. As soon as our ancestors were capable of performing thought experiments, they could predict the outcome of their actions. They began using tools to enhance their own capability. And using simulation through thought experiments meant they could innovate more quickly than through evolution alone. Inventions could be used to create new inventions, and so on, to increase the complexity, and this accelerated again. Today, we can use powerful computers that run simulations for us. And the development of this technology is growing at exponential rates too. In the mid-1960s, Gordon Moore already predicted that computer power would double every 2 years. And exponential growth curve that still holds today. In this plot, we see that computers will, not so long from now, reach the processing power of the human brain. Not so long after that, they will reach the processing power of all combined human brains. If we look at paradigm shifts, as defined by different sources in literature, we see that the time between two paradigm shifts decreases. Paradigm shifts or breakthroughs happen faster and faster. And at some points, they happen so fast we cannot keep up with them. By using all this data, we can predict that the singularity will happen somewhere around the year 2045. That is only 34 years from now. And it will take most of us by surprise. So what will happen after the singularity? Will we trust our decisions to machines because they can think 1,000,000 times faster than we can? Will we look upon them as gods because they have these immense powers? Will they be gentle to us, or will they enslave us? Or the other alternative is, do we use these powers to transcend into superhumans ourselves? By directly connecting our biological body and brain to this technology. Or maybe we even leave our material form behind and choose an existence as mere information or energy. Which way it will go is uncertain, but it's going faster and faster. We are today developing systems that can outsmart us in some areas, like IBM's Watson computer, that just a few weeks ago beat 2 human champions at a game of Jeopardy. We're also succeeding in helping the disabled with artificial limbs. Some of these perform even better than their biological original versions. Already some people with artificial legs can run faster than normal humans. And will disabled people soon become super-enabled people? And we are even developing true androids, robots that mimic our appearance and behavior. The guy on the left is the robot, or was it the guy on the right? If we cannot tell the difference, does the android have a soul? That's for during the break. So, is this inevitable, or is there still a way to stop this? Only if something really bad happens, this will stop. We run out of resources and our civilization collapses. But if we survive this disaster, we will aim straight again for the singularity. Anyway, for the optimist, the arrival of the singularity is a good thing, because we transcend into smarter beings, making smarter decisions, hopefully. And think of all these possibilities it will give us. Maybe we can even bend time, which would come in handy at the 20th of the month. This was it, thank you.